What's up, my comic comrades? Today we are finishing out the story of Batman and the Joker's very first confrontation, which has been slowly rolled out in the Batman the Brave and the Bold title. Essentially, DC and Tom King reimagined the first interaction and confrontation between the Dark Knight and the Clown Prince of Crime, and it comes to a conclusion in issue 9. Thus far, it's been very well told, so sit back and relax as we conclude the battle that started the greatest rivalry in all of comics. Issue 9 picks up with Batman back in his Batmobile. As he's driving, Alfred calls saying, "Sir, I woke this morning to find my deeply injured and still recovering patient no longer in his bed. Searching for him, I went to the cave and noticed that the car was similarly absent. May I assume both man and vehicle are in one another's company, off on some fool's errand?" Batman replies, "Yes, Alfred, I have the car." Alfred then tells him, "And is this the wisest course of action, sir, in your estimation?" Batman says, "I'm better, I'm fine." And Alfred, being his sarcastic, awesome self, says, "Oh, I am certain you believe that, Master Bruce. Whether it is in fact true will be between myself and whichever police officer accompanies me to identify your body." As we see Batman continuing to chase down the Joker, who's in a stolen police car. The Joker ultimately drives over spiked strips that blow out his tires, causing him to crash into a tree. As Joker crashes into a tree, Batman tells Alfred again, "I'm fine," with Alfred saying, "Are you? Do you wish me to list the current maladies from which you are suffering? I might do it alphabetically, or simply start at the toes and continue to the tippy top of your head." God, I love Alfred. Batman ultimately says before getting out of his car to walk over to the Joker, "Why don't you put the T on, Alfred? This won't take long." With Alfred replying, "Yes, Master Bruce, just please come home safely." As Batman walks over to the Joker, he says, "It'll be easier if you stay still. I don't want to hurt you." But when he gets to the crashed police car, he sees the Joker is no longer in there as he starts hearing laughter in the woods. Batman then threatens Joker, saying, "When it's over, you'll think on this moment now, how I offered to do it painlessly. You shouldn't have moved. I know their names, every man, woman, and child you killed. For the rest of my life, I will recite them each night. And I'll remember who did it, who has to pay for their blood. You." All while the Joker is laughing out of sight. Then on the next page, we see the Joker surprise attack Batman with a knife, jumping on top of him, slashing him repeatedly while laughing. Batman, of course, is able to get back up and starts beating the ever-loving crap out of the Joker while citing all the names of the people the Joker has killed. Once he knocks the Joker to the ground, he says, "Never again, not one more name. You hear me? You're done." But Batman realizes during the fight, Joker was able to stab him right in the stomach with the knife still sticking out. That's right, adrenaline is a hell of a thing. But as the adrenaline starts to wear off, Batman passes out with the Joker now standing over him. The book then flashes forward to later with Batman waking up to Alfred on his radio saying, "Sir, please, can you hear me? Please respond. Say something. Sir, it's been hours. Are you there?" Batman finally replies while pulling the knife out of his stomach, "Yes, I'm here." Alfred then says, "Oh, thank the Lord. I was able to locate the car, but your signal is not transmitting in these woods. Are you all right? Do you require assistance?" Batman says, "I'm fine." Alfred asks, "And this maniac, sir? Did you find him? Is he with you?" Batman replies, "Yeah," as we see Joker sitting up against a tree right next to Batman. Alfred keeps asking if Batman needs assistance, but he just tells him, "Go home. Take the car with you. Go. I'm cutting comms." Batman stands up while continuing to pull the knife out, telling the Joker, "Someone told me once, when my father went fishing, he'd always bait his own line. He figured if the worm has to die, he's going to do it himself. Show some respect, some honor to the worm. You see, you honor a worm, you honor the world. But it seems to me, honor or no honor, the worm's still dead." As he points the knife to the Joker, continuing to say, "I told you you shouldn't have moved." But the Joker starts laughing while picking up a dandelion. Batman continues to walk towards the Joker with the knife in hand. Is that funny? I don't know. Maybe I don't get the gag. Maybe you could explain it to me, as he stomps Joker's face to the floor. But the Joker just keeps laughing. Batman then picks him up by the throat saying, "No, that didn't help. Maybe we could try again. I'm willing to keep going if you are." But Joker doesn't stop laughing, with Batman eventually saying, "Maybe it's just me. Maybe you and I just like different jokes." So Batman says, "Here's one that really gets me, that I really think tickles my funny bone. The other day the Batmobile wasn't starting, so I brought it into the shop. I asked the mechanic to check the battery, and he looked confused. Looking around thinking about it, finally he looked back at me and said, 'All right, I give up. What the hell's a Terry?'" Batman then starts laughing uncontrollably at the Joker, bringing a knife down on him, with the Joker saying, "You're insane." Obviously, as a reader, that puts things in the exact opposite position that we usually see them with Batman's interaction with the Joker, which is a fun twist. But before we continue, you guys gotta check out this amazing 1966 Batmobile from today's sponsor, Fanhome. We've been fans of their pieces for a while, and they've done it again with this new replica of the 66 Batmobile. Now, if Fanhome sounds familiar, that's because we've told you about their dope Ecto 1 Infinity Gauntlet, and Star Trek Enterprise models before. But this bad boy is over 2 feet long, has a body and engine of die-cast metal, working lights on the dashboard, back and siren light, the Batram and chain cutter are operational at the front, the Batscope extends and rotates, and not only does the steering wheel turn the front wheels, but the emergency turn lever also lets you reverse the direction of the car. I'm telling you, all these extra details really separate it from other replicas we've seen. And the best part, you get to build it. With Fanhome subscription kit, each month they send you fresh model pieces as well as easy to follow assembly instructions. As a subscriber, you'll also receive bonus gifts throughout the subscription, like 3 classic Batman posters, a bat hat, mug, tee, and license plate. You've got to check it out for yourself. Just click our link in the description, and while you're on their website, be sure to feast your eyes on their other Marvel, Star Wars, and Transformers models too. If you're anything like us, you're gonna want all of them. So grab yours today, and when you do, use our code VARIANT with the link in the description below, so they know we sent ya. Alright, now that you know how to get one of Batman's dope rides, let's jump back into the issue. After Batman seemingly kills the Joker with a knife, which we know is not the case as the Joker is still very much alive, the comic jumps forward a little bit in time where we see Bruce and Alfred fishing on a lake, with Alfred asking, he simply sat there and reposed and watched you for hours? Bruce responds, wasn't much choice in it. In the last days, he's been shot at half a dozen times, broken a half dozen more bones, he'd gone as far as he was able, referring to the Joker watching Bruce as he was unconscious. Alfred says, you actually believe that boulder dash, or do you just enjoy muttering it to impress the wind and the fish? Bruce tells him, he put the knife in me. I bled. I passed out. When I woke, he was there, so I put him down. I don't believe in much more beyond that. But Alfred knows better. We all know Alfred is the real brains of Batman's operation, which says a lot, but it's true. And tells Bruce he wanted something from you. That's why you're alive. And Alfred was 100% correct, because Joker would go on to be Batman's greatest rival, and Joker would prove he just likes toying with Batman. He loves Batman in a sadistic way. Bruce tells Alfred, if he wanted me alive or wanted something from me, he didn't tell me. Didn't even giggle at my joke. But Alfred just looks at Bruce saying, and you know what else, Master Bruce? I believe you wanted something from him as well. That's why he's alive. In fact, I'd wager you both desire the same exact thing. Alfred basically goes on to tell Bruce, look, at first I thought you were crazy for trying to be this vigilante savior of Gotham City. But then I saw all the good you were accomplishing and thought Master Bruce might accomplish what 10 generations of Waynes had attempted and failed. He might leave Gotham in a better place than when he came to it. But then these last few weeks, seeing the Joker rage across our streets, it occurred to me that I was right in my first impression. That this city cannot be redeemed, and you are not the long-awaited savior, but merely another victim of terrible madness. When you were with him, sir, when you peered into his eyes, did you not see something ever so familiar? Basically saying there's too much evil in this world and in Gotham City for Batman to fix, and that people just like the Joker will always be there. But more so than that, Batman is just like the Joker, but on the other end of the spectrum. While he fights for justice, he's still crazy and a victim of madness nonetheless. Which is 100% true. Batman is awesome and my favorite superhero, but let's be honest, no one in their right mind would do the things he does. In any case, the comic then jumps forward again to Arkham Asylum, where we see Batman, of course, did not actually kill the Joker and is at Arkham with Jim Gordon, who is risking his job to let Batman see the Joker. When Batman gets to Joker's cell, which by the way, we see Joker draw a happy face on his window, Batman asks, why didn't you kill me? Joker replies, I could say the same about you. Batman tells him, I'm not you, I'm better than you. Joker replies, says who? You think there's a God? There are rules after what you've seen me do? No, it's open mic night. Everyone's equal, all competing for the same laughs. You have your routine and I have mine. We'll see who satisfies. Batman tells Joker, this is the beginning of something, the two of us. Joker says, I think so too. Batman asks, does it have to be? Joker just replies with a question. What's it, Terry? I've been mowing over that one. It got stuck in my head, almost like a knife. See, I'm not sure it really works. The part in the repair shop. I don't believe the mechanic would say that. He'd know what a battery is. And if you don't believe in the premise, then the whole thing falls flat. Batman tells Joker, I don't think you get it. But Joker replies, and I don't think you understand. I get it. I always get it. It's just not funny. Batman tells him, I could say the same thing about you. With Joker saying, now that I see what you did there, oh Batman, my Batman, brave and the bold, we're going to have such a grand time together, aren't we? As the book ends with Joker laughing. And that's the conclusion to Batman and the Joker's first meeting and confrontation. I think this was a fantastic retelling from Tom King. It really sets up the psychosis and psychology between the two of them perfectly. My gripe is we had to wait so long to get to the conclusion. The first 2 issues of the series set up the story, and it's now concluding in issue 9, so it literally took months. My biggest takeaway here is that it's very interesting from the jump. Neither one of them decided to kill each other. It says a lot, especially now knowing everything that's happened after, but also Alfred called it up front like like at the very beginning being like, hey, both of you were crazy and maybe, just maybe, you should quit while you're ahead. Don't get me wrong, Batman has done a lot of good for Gotham, but a lot of escalation has also happened because of his existence. And because he won't put down the Joker, so many more lives were taken, countless lives. But what do you guys think of this new take on Batman and the Joker's first confrontation? Did you dig it? Let us know in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next time when we talk about Deadpool versus Wolverine.